Hey guys, Ryan here. Alright, so today I'm going to go through my entire Bleach Manga collection. So we're going to start off with Volume 1. This is where it all starts. And Bleach has been around for like 20 years plus. So that is insanely cool. The anime is currently ongoing for the last arc, and maybe we'll get future arcs. We'll see. But, yeah, this is Ichigo Kurosaki right on the front. And yeah, very cool. He has like orange hair, a giant Zanpakuto, aka the sword. This is a world of spirits and soul reapers and monsters with hollows and Arankars and much more. So yeah, here's the back with Rukia and Ichigo. Now the art style is absolutely fantastic, as you can see. But yeah, basically, in this it says, Volume 1, Strawberry and the Soul Reapers. Ichigo Kurosaki has always been able to see ghosts, but this ability doesn't change his life nearly as much as his close encounter with Rukia Kuchiki, a Soul Reaper and member of the mysterious Soul Society. While fighting a hollow, an evil spirit that preys on humans who displays psychic energy, Rukia attempts to lend Ichigo some of her powers so that he can save his family. But, much to her surprise, Ichigo absorbs every last drop of her energy. Now a full-fledged Soul Reaper himself, Ichigo quickly learns that the world he inhabits is one full of dangerous spirits, and along with Rukia, who is slowly regaining her powers, it's Ichigo's job to protect the innocent from hollows and help the spirits themselves find peace. So this is from Shonen Jump, Viz Media, and I own the entirety of Bleach. I have the 3 manga box sets which tell the whole story, and I actually haven't read it all. I've read up to volume 48, I believe, and that's where the Arankar arc ends, and then after that is the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, which is currently being animated. So yeah, I grew up with Bleach. It's one of my all-time favorites. I actually got these Shonen Jump magazines as a kid that would come every month, which was super duper cool. And yeah, so those would come every month. Bleach was in there, I'd read it, and it was like bigger magazine, so the art was even bigger. So it was pleasant and fun to read and go through every month. So yeah, I really want to meet the voice actor who plays Ichigo, Johnny Young Bosch. But yeah. So, here is the 20th anniversary, Volume 1, for Bleach, for being around for 20 years. We've got Rukia, Ichigo, and then Yuzu. Or Kurin. I get those mixed up, but anyway, that's super cool. I wonder if there's any like color artwork. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's not. For that would be cool if there was. But anyways, here we got is Volume 2. We got Rukia Kuchiki in her schoolgirl outfit. Very cool. Here's the back with all this Ichigo and his classmates and from Kurakura Town. But yeah, basically after Rukia loses her powers, Ichigo has to become a part-time Soul Reaper while in high school. So we got Orihime and Ichigo's friends kind of run into hollows and all that, and they gain their own kind of powers. So Orihime actually has healing powers, which is really cool. There's a tragic story with her older brother and his death. But yeah, so we got Volume 4. We got Uru. He's a Quincy, which are enemies of the Soul Reapers. And Soul Reapers are basically people that hunt hollows, which are monsters in the world of Bleach. But Uru Ashita has a Quincy bow and arrow, which is really cool. And then next up we got is Volume 5. We got Chad, looking cool. He's really strong and a nice guy. There's the back with all of them. And then we got Volume 6 here. Alright, so we have Volume 6 here. And we got Hat and Clogs, or Kisuke. who is, we later find out used to be a Soul Reaper captain, but fled to Earth. Alright, so we have Volume 7 here with Byakuya. This is Rukia's older brother. And basically, from Rukia saving Ichigo and giving her powers to Ichigo, which she wasn't supposed to do, but it was the right thing to do, basically, they're going to execute her, and there was this evil plot to execute Rukia and all that. So, bad stuff for sure. And Aizen is an interesting character. And yeah. Alright, so we got Volume 8 with Ichigo's inner Soul Reaper kind of power with this guy here. And yeah, Ichigo has to train up, and he has to go break into the Soul Society to save Rukia in time. Alright, and then she helps out her and her brother and Ichigo kind of butt heads. But yeah, here's the back with the kind of manga box set 1 cover art there. Basically, she's a firework expert, so she shoots them into the sky, enters the Soul Society through the sky, and breaks through the shield, and then they end up all in different areas, right? And then, so that happens, and then it's up to Ichigo and his friends to save Rukia in time, while fighting these Soul Reaper captains and just a bunch of Soul Reapers. Which is interesting because Ichigo is a Soul Reaper as well. So we got Volume 10. Now this guy butt heads with Ichigo, but he's very helpful. Definitely. We got Rukia and Ichigo on the back. And then we got Volume 11 with Renji Abarai. He's really cool. He has the swords and the powers in Bleach are really interesting, with like the Bankai powers and the Hollow powers and all of that mixed together. And Renji and Ichigo's fight is super emotional because Rukia is a friend of Renji, but Renji has to follow orders. So, yeah. Alright, next up we got is Volume 12. And, yeah, this has Aizen, who's actually a villain who betrays everybody in the Soul Society, and his plan is to steal the execution weapon from Rukia because it's super duper powerful, really powerful stuff. But before that happens, we have Kenpachi. Now, Kenpachi is insanely strong, and he wears this soul patch, this soul eye patch, which suppresses his Soul Reaper powers. But, and then he fights Ichigo, and it's a pretty tough fight. Like, you can't even cut Kenpachi at first, but he finally does and beats him in the end. Alright, so we have Volume 14 with the Squad 4 healer. On the back, we have all the Soul Reaper captains with Ichigo, kind of symbolizing his fight with all of them. And yeah, things get interesting with Aizen and all that, and all these things happening. The Soul Society arc is so good. We got Volume 15 here. And Gin Ichimaru is his captain. But yeah, it's interesting, like with the Soul Reapers, because they learn things about what's happening, but they're trying to follow orders as well. So it's interesting stuff. And we got Captain Toshiro. He has really cool ice powers. Here's all the Soul Reaper captains on the back. Now the artwork for Bleach is, like I said at the beginning, it's top-notch stuff. So we got Yoroichi. She is able to transform into a cat and back and forth. And she actually trains with Ichigo so that he can fight Byakuya, which is Rukia's older brother. And then we got Soifon. She used to work for Yoroichi, but then Yoroichi disappeared, and then she's very mad about that. Here's the back. It's interesting, all the fights between Ichigo Orihime, Uru, and Chad, and all of them, and yeah. But Ichigo is able to get into Bankai mode, which is really powerful, and only Soul Reaper captains can do it. But Ichigo's that strong that he's able to do it. And yeah. So we got Volume 20 with Yin Ichimaru, who's very menacing looking. And then, here's the back. Alright, and then we got Volume 21. So that's the end of the Soul Reaper, the Soul Society arc. So Ichigo saved Rukia, and Baizen escapes into the Arrancar land. Alright, and then we got Volume 21 with these guys, which are like half hollow, like kind of powerful. I forget what they're called specifically, but yeah. Here's the back, kind of looks like Men in Black with the tie and suits. Alright, so moving along here, we got Volume 22. So, there's this place called Hueco Mundo, where Aizen escapes, and he's leading these Arrancars, that's what they're called. So this is the Arrancar arc. And Hueco Mundo is kind of like the desert, but it's massive. And we have Ichigo, and they're all friends now with the Soul Reapers. So that's good. But it's very dangerous. The Arrancars get really powered up in that place. They're not so much powerful on Earth, but in the in Hueco Mundo they're super powerful. But they're already like super powerful even on Earth. So yeah. Alright, so we got Volume 23. His fight with Ichigo in the Soul Society arc is so interesting. But yeah, we have the back with like a full moon and stuff. Very cool. But basically, Orihime gets kidnapped because Aizen sees that she has a really cool healing power, which actually like restores things. And like if you lose an arm, she can restore it back, which normal healers can't do. Alright, so we have Volume 24 with Grimmjow. Now he is one of the Arrancars. The Arrancars are all ranked, and the like depending on what number they have imprinted on them, like if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, that's how powerful they are. So yeah, so we have Ichigo's inner Soul Reaper power here with this guy. He looks just like Ichigo. But it's up to Ichigo and the Soul Reapers to save Orihime, stop the Arrancars, stop Aizen for good. I love the art, so clean. So we got Volume 26. There's the back. With them at a library, maybe reading some manga. And then we got Volume 27 with Orihime. Here's the back. There's 4 movies for Bleach. My favorite one is Fade to Black. Now I really hope that we get another movie for Bleach. That would be awesome. But I am happy that the anime is back. We got Volume 28. Now this guy originally was in the Soul Society, but then Aizen took him in, and he's gonna fight Ichigo and whatnot. I love the dynamic between Renji and Ichigo, Rukia, all of them. And yeah, here's one of the Arrancars. This girl here with the umbrella. And they're super tough, like I said. The music in Bleach is so good. The art style is amazing. And the story is just fun. So we got Volume 30. This is Rukia's old captain. And yeah, he unfortunately dies. But yeah. Anyways, we got Volume 31. With this guy versus Uru, I believe. Alright, and then we got Volume 32 with his Grimmjow going all out against Ichigo, and Ichigo's got to save Orihime. And then we got Volume 33. These Arrancars are seriously tough, not to be messed with. But Ichigo has to do it. He's got to save her. We have Nell, who transforms into this beautiful woman here. And yeah, she's super strong in that form. And then we got volume 35. And yeah, he's a Soul Reaper captain. He's like a scientist. Very smart. I remember the fight between him and Uru and all that. Very emotional stuff. And we got volume 36. Alright. So yeah, the art is super nice to look at for Bleach. We get volume 37 here. Here's the back with them all on a beach. And yeah, the fights are awesome in Bleach. 38. Ichigo on the back. 39. Interesting stuff happening in this point in time in the manga. Alright, so now we're going to move along here to volume 40. This Arrancar is tough. There's the back with him kind of in a subway. And then I think this guy's name is Yami. Very strong. He loses an arm in this, and I think he gets it back because of Orihime's healing powers. The music is so cool. She's really powerful. And it's just super fun to listen to. Volume 43. But Aizen is trying to destroy Earth and the Soul Reapers and everybody pretty much. So we have volume 44. He betrays the Soul Reapers, works for Aizen. Uru on the back. Volume 45 with the captain, Old Man Yamato. He's super strong. He has really cool flame powers, which are awesome. Here's a fun Halloween cover on the back. And then we got the front of this, which is volume 46 with Rangiku. Very cool. Alright, here's volume 47 with Gin. He gets what's coming for him, for all the betrayal and all the bad stuff he does. And with the final volume of the Arrancar arc, which is Ichigo vs. Aizen. And there's Gin on the back, who actually comes to his senses in the end, but I can't remember what happens to him actually, but yeah. Aizen gets what's coming, let's just say that. But it's very epic stuff, the end of this. Alright, so now we're going to move on to volume 49. Love the look of this artwork here. Super cool. Ichigo with his Soul Reaper badge right there. And then we got volume 50 with the Fullbringers, I believe. And then we got the back with, what was her name actually? Let's see. Maybe it'll say. I'm trying to remember. Ruruka. That's Ruruka. Right there. And there she is again. I absolutely adore this cover art here with volume 51. It's very cool seeing mangaka draw their series, or just comic book creators just drawing their series. 52, super cool. Orihime and Ruruka right there in the back with the rain and umbrellas. Then we got volume 53. Haven't read past this part, but definitely plan to. And we have Rukia as a leader, Soul Reaper leader. She levels up in terms of rank here. She's like a lieutenant, I think. That's awesome. Love the artwork for this. All like her stance and everything. Alright, then we got You Watch. This is the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. He is a Quincy that returned that wants to destroy everything. And Ichigo's got to stop him. Get volume 56. These guys are super tough, and they know the Soul Reaper super well. They actually have this power to still bonk guys, which is insane. So you got volume 57 with Byakuya, Old Man Yamato on the back. And then we got 58. Here he is again with You Watch. So yeah, when they fight, it's super interesting. Those two. And then we got volume 59. Really cool artwork. Now on the back we got is Ichigo and Renji with some snow. As you can see. And then we're moving on here. We got volume 60. Here's the back. Don't have too much thoughts on these volumes because I haven't gotten to this point. Volume 61, which looks like it's upside down when it's right side up. Here's the back. Very cool artwork. Love it. Now, manga box sets are fantastic to collect your manga. It's a great way to save money. Get a cool box with all your manga inside. We got volume 62 with a wolf. Here's Renji and Ichigo on the back with some tombstones. Or coffins, actually. And then we got volume 63. That's pretty creepy cover there. We have Rukia on the back with her snow outfit. Very cool. She has really cool snow Bankai power, by the way. Then we got volume 64. They're like seeping into the background. It's kind of cool. And then we got a cute volume cover here with volume 65. We got Ichigo and the gang on the back. Alright, we're getting down to our final volumes here. Volume 66 with the red silhouette. And we have these 4 girls right there. And we got volume 67. Very nice. And we got volume 68. Love the pose there. There's the back. And then we got volume 69. Very cool. Kenpachi right there on the back. Without his eye patch. So he's going full on serious mode. 70. With the bad villains from this arc. Then we get volume 71. Ichigo with a water gun. That's fun. Then we have Uru, who actually betrays Ichigo because he's a Quincy and he works for You Watch. There's the back with Ichigo and Uru. Used to be friends. It was tough seeing something like that happen. Then we got with 73 with Renji, a Barai, very cool. And Ichigo on the back with his 2 swords that he wields when he powers up. And we have volume 74. We got Ichigo as a full adult. And then we got Rukia. We have them as adults. That's the end of Bleach. Can't wait to see it all animated. Anyways, there's also one last volume here. It's Burn the Witch, which is from before Ichigo's time, I believe. So yeah. Yeah, there's a poster inside of here. So there's that side, and then there's the other poster. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm a big Bleach fan. I own all the manga for it. I want to see all the anime. I hope for another movie. More stories from the world of Bleach. That would be fantastic. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace.